Abby with Simply Sherbets, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a little mishmash of topics just because these are all things I would like to talk about, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough material for each of these to be its own individual video. So essentially today, we're just going to talk about where we are financially right now with the government shutdown, talk a little bit about a trip that we have planned, and then I am going to share with you guys some things that we're going to be implementing when we get back from this trip to help us get prepared financially for the future, especially when it comes to the perimeter run around the US as soon as my husband retires. So let's get into it. First of all, we all know that the government has been shut down for the last, I think, 21 days now. Fortunately, President Trump was able to get the military paid on the 15th, but government workers were not paid. So like my former husband was not paid, which is stressful, I'm sure. For us, it wasn't so much of a big deal, even if they weren't able to pay us, just because we have a huge emergency fund. Of course, if you've been in the military for more than 5 minutes, you know that government shutdowns happen all the time. I think this was like our 5th or something since like 2013. So, I mean, if you go through even one and you don't have an emergency fund, that's kind of like on you because you definitely get that warning years ahead. But yeah, for us, I'm glad we were paid, but honestly, it wouldn't have made a big difference. We did have money in savings, but that also means that we don't really know if we're getting paid on the 1st. So we're kind of putting a pause on our Race to 100K right now because we have 11,000 in this fund, but we really don't want to put any more in there until we're sure that like the government is totally reopened and our paychecks are going to be coming normally. Obviously, it would be kind of annoying to put money into the account and then fill in these spaces and then have to take it right back out again. It would just mess up our whole tracking system. So we're putting a pause on it right now, and that's just kind of where we are financially. And then let's talk about this trip that we have coming up to mainland Japan. We've been planning this trip for a while, and so that means that we have already like budgeted out the money that we were going to use. We already have the money ready and in cash for us to just go, and we're gonna do Disneyland Tokyo, we're gonna do Disney Sea, and we're gonna take a road trip up to the mountains where my husband is going to be running an 80K race, and then we are like flying back on island. So we're super excited about the trip. Last time we lived here, we did not get a chance to really like visit on mainland Japan. Now we did stay there, but it was during COVID, so like we didn't get to do anything. So so excited, especially about Disneyland Tokyo and Disney Sea. I love Disney just for vacation. I never went when I was a kid growing up, so I've been a bunch as an adult, and it's just a really good time. I wouldn't say I'm like a Disney adult because I really don't buy stuff when we're there, but I do enjoy the snacks, and I definitely enjoy all of the rides and all of the memories that we're making as a family. Now, after we get back from our trip to mainland, we have talked about implementing some things just to help us move forward when it comes to financial goals and health goals as we get towards retirement. Now, this next 5 years is kind of the time for us to be storing up as much cash as we can, investing as much money as we can, and we are already living on like 30 to 40% of our income every paycheck. So we're really trying to like limit that down even further while still enjoying our life. So one of the things that we're implementing when we get back is we're simplifying our meals even further. We have been for the past 4 months we've lived in Japan, been eating out every single weekend. Like our weekends are the time where we don't really cook at all. We just go out to eat, but we haven't been enjoying that as much. I think anywhere you live, you kind of get tired of going out to restaurants. So we're going to put in that we're just doing one restaurant a week, and then the rest of the week we're going to cook super simple meals that are literally just meat, cheese, vegetable, rice. The other thing that we are implementing when we get back from mainland is we are really gonna go super far down on our clothing again. I mean, we moved to Japan with just 4 suitcases and 3 backpacks for our family, and that was really great. We didn't have a lot of stuff to bring, but now that we've been here for a while, we're realizing that we actually brought more stuff than we even need. And so kind of as a practice run for us living in an SUV for a year when we retire at 40, we are just gonna go down to the things that we really truly wear. For example, I have 3 of the same dresses that I love because they're in different colors, but I honestly only wear one of them most of the time. So I might end up like keeping one and selling the other 2. But yeah, so there's like things like that we're gonna go through the whole house and just really look at things that maybe we brought with us or maybe we purchased for fun. Like we have a My Neighbor Totoro puzzle that we did and now there's no time we're gonna do it again. So essentially, instead of waiting until we move from Japan in a couple of years, we're literally just gonna go ahead and get rid of the things now because it's like, we're not gonna use them again. Like, so no need to have them around. And with that money, we're just gonna put it all into investing and let it grow. And then just, again, try to keep our house. I mean, it's minimal already, but we're just gonna try to keep to the things that, you know, we could probably carry with us in the SUV so we don't get overrun by things. Now, this has actually really helped us since we've moved here to say like, oh, you know, like, oh, should we buy that? You know, like, that's so cool. And then it's like, well, it's not going with us in the SUV for the year that we're traveling, so we just don't buy it. So it's saved us a ton of money since we moved here, but honestly, there are things that we purchased and we can definitely get rid of. Like I purchased like a little teapot. I think it was only like 300 yen. Haven't used it once because we have an electric kettle. So that's something that's gonna go too. So we've just basically gone through the whole house and seen what we really use versus what we don't. And seriously guys, that's about all I had to talk about today. I know it was kind of random and there was a lot of things that we covered very quickly, but I just wanted to get a video up before we left on vacation. I do plan on probably sharing a little bit of a travel vlog while we're on mainland Japan, but it's not going to be like my normal content. So I did want to get a video up. Thank you guys for watching. I know YouTube is not my most popular avenue for reaching an audience, but I absolutely love sharing these videos. Like I've said before in past videos, I use this as like a big practice run because while my husband's running the perimeter, I do plan on posting every single day a little recap of our day on the road. And so this is just perfect practice for me. So if you'd like to follow along on our journey, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified anytime I post new videos. And of course, if you're more active over on Instagram, come follow me at Simply Sherberts. I'd love to see you over there and I hope to see you guys in this next video.